All right, everybody, welcome back to part 2 of session 3 of Storms over Cerenar.
Yay!
Yay! Until now, our
Let's do
brave
this!
heroes, the brave ding-dongs, have traversed some of the Sand Sea, only to find that the archaeological diggers in front of them were captured by a bad and evil scorpion men in front of them. And after another day of fast travel, they see just out of the shallows of the walkable parts of the Sand Sea, they see a sand skiff of the rivermen of the Kalar Sand Sea. They are have been disabled in their vehicle, and they are seemingly asking you for help with by waving a white flag. And you were talking about how to get to these people. So let me hear what you come up with.
All right, so first of all, we think this could be dangerous, right? That's the kind of thing we're going for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I will up mage armor. I will also recast 5th level aid on the same people, so you guys maintain your 20 hit point max.
All right.
And then Nongal will approach Safis. If you need an extra set of eyes traveling in that direction or whatnot, I have specific magical incantations that may be able to allow us to, see farther without actually being there.
If you want, Savis thinks it is likely that we just help them. They have a small boy with them, and Savis is hard pressed to believe that well, how should I say, anything smart enough to use them as bait would not be able to hide as well in this.
Well, if you need another eye, let me know.
What Savis does need is more rope. Do any of you have rope?
Yeah, I'll chip my 50 feet in as well. It's only hempen though, just so we know. None of the fancy stuff.
Yeah, I have rope as well.
Alright, how much?
Yeah, 50 feet.
And what of the rest of you? Yes.
Hang on a sec.
Don't really have anything. I am not a survivalist. This is not my terrain. This is not my favorite terrain.
Well, I mean, I could double the length of anything that we have, but only for a short amount of time.
Could you double the theoretical length of several pieces of rope tied together?
I don't see why not. Never tried it before, but it would be an interesting way to figure things out.
That's case.
So we're 500 feet away at the moment, right?
Yeah, you're 500. No, you are like a mile away from them.
Okay.
Probably. I guess that you've been doing this while moving closer carefully.
Mm-hmm.
You have. Let me check here. Yeah, they are. Around 500 feet from the shallows, like from the edge of the shallow, right? So they're 500 feet out in the deep.
Okay.
All right.
DM for the sending spell says I can send 25 words to someone I'm familiar with if I can see them. Does that consider them being familiar?
You know what? Yeah, because the message cantrip would allow you to do that as well, right? So I guess the sending spell, that will be the same.
I can also move 500 feet quite easily as well.
Yes, but we all want to move together, correct?
True, I can take at least one of you though.
Yes, but that leaves many of us behind. I could take my chicken.
Somebody's gonna fly, plain and simple.
Well, why don't we see what they want? I can send them a message and see what they're looking at. Just
drop them a line before we physically drop them a line.
Yes. 1 second. He will grab a. Nongo will go into his little pouch, grab out a piece of copper wire, wrap it around his hands, look through the wire at the actual target, and cast Sending.
You're casting it at the boy waving the flag. I think that would be the only one you could really make out without the eyes of the eagle on you.
Definitely, yeah.
All right.
Oh, there! They obviously are wearing the flag because they can see us, right?
Yeah.
Hello there. It's the people up in the distance. What beckons you?
You hear the voice of a young man come back to you and says, "Oh, thank God! Please help us. We have been stranded here for so long. My friend, he's dying. Please help us."
Can I make an insight check?
Sure.
Insight check. Rolling some dice here, guys. That is 25.
25 on your
Oh,
inside.
good at this game.
You guys have been rolling super crazily today.
That forage roll.
This seemed like a very uncoordinated response by someone who is afraid and just very excited to see someone else out in the desert.
Well, it seems they replied, said that someone needs help, but I wouldn't trust them. But in case, we should probably take a look. But ready yourselves.
All right, I need to prepare something for just if you can give me 2 minutes, I'll be right back. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright, in the meantime, Noggle, you said you can lengthen the length of rope. Do you have a length of rope yourself, by chance?
No. Nibbles had seemed to have ruined my length of rope. Bloody chicken.
And then in that case, if you could theoretically double all of our rope, that would be 400 feet of rope.
Yes,
short.
It would also double the width of the rope too, as well, if that's not a problem, and the weight. Of course, the actual weight will increase 8-fold. But I could theoretically do such a thing.
The heavier the rope actually would probably be better for pulling the ship. The skiff, but that once again still leaves us with 100 feet missing. I don't suppose any of you can. He just kind of like waves his hands in the air. Will repair wood with magic?
No, not with magic, but I learned a few carpenter trick back in the days.
Good work.
Well, if I knew I was going to be creating something today, I could have prepared that. But tomorrow, perhaps? But, well, that won't really help, will it?
Yeah, we could always wait a day.
Well, these people need help now. We should probably see what's going on. I mean, this may be a trap, but it may be a trap that needs to be sprung.
I'd be happy to take Bjorn over there if we wanted to try and repair the boat rather than use the rope.
Well, we should not divide ranks. We should all go move together.
Nongle, nothing bad has ever happened. A little bit of delegation and splitting up the group.
Actually, truthfully, I will give you many, many citations of certain things that have happened, especially even just in the Tranquil Pillar alone. In a day's journey out being alone when you're supposed to be working with someone else. It's quite preposterous. Don't split the party. It's very simple.
Alright, fine.
Or two. This is your choice. But, regardless, I think the best option would be first for Safis to fly over again and simply check to see if there are any actively dying members of their group. If there are, treat them. If there aren't, come back. And we can try from there.
Well, if it's not too much trouble, I mean, I don't mind a flight or so. I mean, maybe have someone there with you. I'm barely 50 pounds if you could carry me.
Safis kind of holds out his arms, which are fairly scrawny. Safis is not known for his strength. Safis is.
How are you going to lift? How are you going to lift over 1,000 pounds of rope then?
Well, Safis would extend the rope, tie it off first, and that is easy. You do not have to lift the whole rope to pull it out.
And again, it only maybe 2 minutes maximum is how long I can make the rope large for.
Have you walked closer, or are you still standing a few?
We're still discussing before moving
We're
on.
still at
Sure.
distance, yeah.
Safis thinks it is best to, at the very least, get closer. Now, at this point, if we are committed to helping these people, which Safis thinks we should be, then we need to get closer regardless.
Well, we'll enlarge the rope when we know it's time to enlarge the rope.
Safis agrees with this. It's just, when you asked if we're at a distance, do you mean are we still a mile away from the edge?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Safis thinks we should just get to the edge at this point. Keeping an eye out, yes, but we cannot do anything from here regardless.
As you get closer, you see the man waving the flag has gone, and as you come closer, you can see movement around the skiff, and you now see the man standing out in front of, just waving with both arms towards you, as he yells out over the desert. Hello, can you help us? We've been stranded here for a day. Hello? Who goes there?
Safis will simply wave back and turn to the rest of the party. So, we are here. What do we do?
We go and see what they want. Keep your eyes out. Make sure there's nothing going to jump up and attack us, and we see what they want.
Would you have any means of giving us some kind of signal, just in case if you were to go over there, you entered into some kind of mortal danger?
Yes, he actually kind of like pulling through several of the knickknacks he has just like hanging all around him. He pulls out what looks to be like this weird little like just piece of flat stone with a like perpendicular piece of wood through it, and he kind of just like puts it up to his mouth and blows on it, and it sounds like a very sharp, shrill whistle.
That would work. Yep, fair enough.
Also, if you see Safis barreling towards you at terminal velocity, is likely because he is fleeing for his life.
Yes, of course. It's just if you can't get away, then we'll have to bring the festivities to you.
Yes, if there's one thing Safis is confident in, is his ability to not be in a place if he does not want to be there.
We were hit by a burper. We have a wounded man out here. Are you unable to help?
Did you say a burper?
A burper, Safiz, is when a sandworm swallows something and it gets a few big rocks with it. Then it regurgitates it and it just shoots through the air. So you will hear stories of people traversing the desert and just getting hit by rocks or crates of wooden structures, like small wooden structures or furniture that just flies out of nowhere.
He will briefly explain this to the people who would not know what that means.
I misheard.
Yes. Safis will now go, and he will once again clicking his boots together.
Can you bring water?
Safis will fly over, ignoring the man's demands or requests for the moment, and fly to about the 50-foot mark, and begin having a conversation with this man, looking specifically for the other two people that we had seen earlier. Hail, stranger! You speak to Hajar Safis. Who are you, and what has befallen you?
Ahoy! You see this man, big sort of salt and pepper beard, black hair, slowly beginning to bald, but still long and youthful. He's probably in his mid-40s or something. He's wearing the blue uniform of the rivermen with a captain's or a skipper's epaulets. He is he's worn. It doesn't, like, his uniform isn't crisp. He's definitely been in some kind of scrape or scruffle with the burper, as he claims. As he just looks at you and answers, I'm Captain Ashur al-Atiyef, captain of the Amru, and this is my son Apsu. The boy waves at you. We were hit by a Berber.
So while he's talking, we did see a third man earlier, right? Didn't we?
Yeah. Oh, you did. You still see his legs like sticking out of there. of like the hut on the skiff or the cabin.
All right. So Savas will not remark on that right away, but we'll let the man continue explaining.
We were hit by a burper. Maybe sometime yesterday, and hit the mast. The rigging and everything just went clean down, and we've been floating around here since. This my first mate here. He points down to the man lying down. Ishgur. He got hit by splinters. We think the wound is infected. Please, if you can help. Your name? Sorry, you can see his sweat. His face is dry and like almost bloodshot as the sun has just beat down relentlessly on this person here.
All right.
Please.
You speak to Hajasafis, and it seems you are indeed trapped. The issue remains, though, how do we get you back to shore? You say your first mate there, he is sick?
No, he was hit by splinters from when the Berber took down our mast.
Right, but does he have an infection, or is he just wounded?
Yes, he has an infection. He is running a fever. He's very bad. And we
Sure, cannot do this. All right.
our water went overboard, and we can't take care of him.
And Hajar will just kind of like hover there for a moment before finally kind of hovering a little closer. As he's getting a little closer, can I roll a perception check to once again just look for any foul play? Pretty confident at this point that it's just, genuinely some people who are stuck out in this this sandy wasteland, but Hajar has not lived this long on his own by making assumptions about his safety.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Okay.
No, hello, little dog.
Perception. That will be a 30.
A natural 20.
Another nat 20.
You guys, your rolls today. There is absolutely no foul play. You can definitely see that this mast was hit by something, and he and they're just shit out of luck. He might, looking at the way he's sunburnt and he looks like he's thirsting. They might have been out here a bit longer than a day, but that is what you see. This close to the mountains, it would be very rare for a leviathan or a sandworm to pop up. But you see no sign of any of that. You see, because it is a boat, you see lots of fucking rope everywhere. Like there's rope hanging from the destroyed rigging. There's like ropes coiled up in the skiff and lying around everywhere.
All right. So Hajar will float down, getting close at this point, and kind of hand one of his 2 water skins out of his bag and hand it to the man. Hajar would like to examine your wounded first mate.
Oh, thank you.
Pulling out some medical supplies he has with him.
He greedily grabs the water skin, and you see him resist the urge to just down it himself, and then he hands it down to his son, who takes a big swig of the water, and you can see how some of it runs down his chin as he drinks some of it, and then hands it back to his father. Then goes to the man lying down. He says, "Come, this is Ishkur here." And you see a man lying on the deck of the skiff. He has a big piece of wood sticking out of his side, blood around it. You can see there has been put down a bandage, but it is you can smell it from feet away, like that there's infection in the wound at this point. Ashur kneels down and he and he takes up his friend and he tries to get some water in him, but the wounded man is just saying, nonsense under his breath. Sure. As he gets some water.
Right. So Safis with his healer's kit will attempt to, at the very least, clean the wound, and bandage it to the best of his ability. He's aware that he is not equipped to handle an infection, but he will do his best.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check, please.
$24.
Killing it. Right on.
Oh my god. Safis is actually just absolutely on a roll today, and I love it.
You kneel down. You manage to quickly get out the large wooden splinter, and as sure the skipper is holding him down, you clean and dress the wound, even though the wounded first mate Ishkur is squirming underneath you, and a few minutes hurried work, and you're pretty sure that the wound is as clean as it's going to get in these circumstances.
All right, and then this is the player asking the DM this question: would an antitoxin vial cure an infection? I don't think it would, because it's not an infection. Really, isn't poison.
No. I would say an antitoxin would probably delay the effects or lessen the seriousness of the infection, but at this point you would usually have to resort to real doctoring or some herbs or other medicine.
Right.
Or magic. Yeah.
Yes. Right.
The son asks you, are these in there your friends? And he points at the rest. What are the rest of you doing while this is happening?
I think we are circling around to find the closest spot to them without
definitely
going
moving
into.
closer. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I'm itching to cast a sending spell to find out what's taking so long, but I haven't seen any sign yet. So.
Right.
Actually, you know what? No, fuck it. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna start. Actually, no. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna cast Arcane Eye, and I'm gonna start sending it that way.
Sure.
Fair. So, after treating him for a moment, Hizar will speak to the captain against. Hizar,
thank you, kind stranger.
Yes, and to the boy as well. These are Hizar's traveling associates. We are heading south, but more importantly, we need to get you out of these sands. I could likely carry you, he says, looking at the younger boy. Though you and your sick companion here would likely be too much for me to carry you safely myself. It is possible that... Do you have rope here? Extra lengths of rope?
He looks around here. Yes, we have many leagues of rope here. Or feet, yards. Many rope.
Rope. Much rope.
Much rope.
Do you have, I don't know, about 200 to 300 length of it?
Yeah, yes, he looks down. Thank you so much. I thought we were done for sure. And he finds his composure as he says, all right, yes, over here. And he opens a compartment in the deck, and he takes a big coil of what seems like pretty decent quality hempen rope. I think this is maybe 400 feet of rope here.
That is perfect. Safis will return momentarily. Please begin to tie these ends to ends as to make a significantly long length of the material.
Yes. All right, Absu, come over here, and then you see they begin to expertly tie them over here. What do we need? What do we need to do?
Just tie the lengths of the rope. Safis will be back momentarily. He needs to go and speak with his companions.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Leaving us out here. We need to get back to Kans Madifun.
He nods. Alright. And then Safis will fly back to his companions and briefly explain to them. It seems that there are a total of 3 men there. There is the captain of the skiff, and there is his young son, and there is the first mate who has fallen ill to infection caused by a wound that I have since now treated. That Cepheus has now treated. It is they have lengths of rope that we can use. Cepheus's first inclination is to tie off rope to what is left of their skiff, and to, with the help of all of us, begin to pull them in. It will be hard work, but with the combined efforts of all of us, especially with, and he looks over at Bjorn, a massive man as yourself, it should be doable.
Yeah, let's get to work.
The rope is tied. You can begin now.
All right. I will need Ost and Bjorn. I will need your lengths of the rope. Do you mind?
Yeah, of course.
Yep, no, go ahead.
All right. And then Hajar will also just tie those two lengths of ropes together, along with one of his lengths of the rope to the end, which is silk rope, which will hurt a lot less in the long run. All of you just hold on to my rope. It'll not burn your hands, and I will be right back. And Hajar will just take a few moments to just set up this, rope pulling system they got going on here. He will fly the 100 length of rope out, drop it in the sand, go get the 400 length rope out, tie those together, and then we'll head back to his companions after briefly explaining to the captain what their intentions are.
Do you think? Is he really strong enough for that?
Well, all of us together should be. It's a small skiff, and it's on sand. We can hope.
All right. Absolutely. Come here. And you see they take like big spoon-looking sticks with like a big round plate on the end, and they begin to and you can see they make themselves ready to just push off with the sticks.
Right. Basically
Right.
start rowing. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That is perfect. That will help us as well. So Cepheus will return to his companions. If we are ready, we can start pulling now.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
I would like to pull.
Yeah.
You
Cepheus
look at
will-
this skiff out there. It's probably pretty fucking heavy.
But this is something that happens. You pull ships with tinier, smaller ships that are mostly powered by men.
Yep.
So Hajar is hoping that this is to some degree feasible, especially if it's the skiff is facing them and there are people rowing on it.
Bjorn, are you ready to pull?
Yeah.
Well, I can give you a hand there. Usually I save this magic for my chicken, but hold tight. And I'll cast Enlarge on Bjorn.
So can you So what happens, Nongle, as you enlarge Bjorn here?
Nongle goes into his component pouch and pulls out a little vial, and with the vial he pours a little bit of looks like powder into his hand, and then takes the powder and starts tracing runes over top of it, and looks at Bjorn and says one arcane word that all of a sudden makes Bjorn just increase to twice the size, 8 times the weight. So Bjorn is now enlarged.
You hear from the boat, Papa, look, the man, he's so large. As Bjorn just doubles in size, just towers over. You can see your house from here, Bjorn. Like it's really, you get really big.
Well, I think beforehand I would like to make sure I have my inspiration ready. Because this will suck for Bjorn if he doesn't.
Okay, so Bjorn, I have some inspiration for you. What do I have? I have something good.
I fucking love
Okay.
this.
So Bjorn, and I think you need a little bit of a pick-me-up. Bjorn wants to be the very best, like no one ever was. To judge them all is his request. To slay them is his cause. He will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Evil guys to apprehend, judge them for their crimes. Oh, okay, this was the inspiration.
Oh, fantastic. I fucking love it, Leon.
That's fucking right. All right, go ahead and give me an athletics check with advantage, Bjorn.
And inspiration.
And inspiration.
And he can
That's
also
what
he
for you.
can also pull
10.
twice his weight now.
I know.
All right. So hopefully with a Mega Bjorn and whoever is helping him pull, that is enough to get us.
So
What? That's a 30.
So Bjorn rolls 29, and then plus 1 is 30. So you
no,
just...
he has to decide to roll inspiration. He doesn't have to.
Oh yeah. Do you want to roll
that's he would roll, yeah.
Do you want to roll the D10 of inspiration, Bjorn?
Yeah, I think that will be nice, right?
Go ahead and roll a D10. Okay, so that's a 7.
36.
36. You see, Bjorn was large enough before you enlarged him. As he stands up, take the rope in both of your hands. It feels pitifully small after you've been enlarged. As you just see the heel stick in, and the ship weighing hundreds of pounds, just you see the rope tensing. The muscles of Bjorn's arms start bulging, and you see veins start popping in your forehead. But then you can see the ship starting to get out of the sand, and then slowly, one arm after another, you just start pulling the skiff in. This is heavy. Like, this is not a boat on water. This is not how it works. You're dragging a small house over sand, like a sled, right? So it is very difficult work. Please give me a Constitution saving throw, Bjorn.
Just straight up Constitution?
A Constitution saving throw.
Isn't it check?
Nope. All right. You do not get exhausted by doing this. As a few minutes of work sees you you're having the skiff in, and the boy like jumps down and he looks at you. Wow! How did you do that? That's amazing, Papa. Did you see the man? He can. How strong are you? What is that animal on you?
Björn, he goes toward the boats and look in. Do you have any alcohol?
Oh,
Like searches.
you see, the captain looks dumbfounded at the very, very huge man there. Sorry, no, we are allowed. That was amazing. How did you do that?
So just for continuity's sake, I would cast the spell once, and then once he started to continue to pull it out, I would cast it again with extended spell. So that would give him 3 full minutes of being huge. So when you turn around, pull the skiff out, you're going to be reducing down to a regular size. Unless you look at me and tell me to keep you big.
No.
Keep me big.
Keep me enlarged.
Enlarged jokes.
Go to
All
the
right.
doctor if you stay enlarged for more than 1 hour.
Yeah, consult your doctor. Yeah,
Consult.
As he kind of reduces back down in size, I'll probably just take, considering he keeps going on about alcohol, I'll just take one of the bottles that I saved. About as like, this is warm, but
It's
congrats,
perfect.
well done, and all that. You know, I like the idea that he's still big when I hand it to him, so it's just tiny when I hand it over, but it just slowly just gets bigger relative to him, or rather, he gets smaller. Yeah.
I'll down the bottle.
I'll
work.
As you're drinking it, I'll chill it with prestidigitation.
Oh, thank you.
Not that it would be cold in your aura, anyways, but still.
Yeah.
One of the captain like groggily goes over the edge of the ship, and he sits down on the ponton, and he just puts his head in his hands like, oh, thank you so much. Thank fate for you showing up. Without you here, we would have been drying bones in the sand before long. You saved us. Thank you very much.
You have anything to repair the ship with?
We do have more wood, but but I don't think something I could do myself. It was Ishkar here. He points to the man, being say, "He's a carpenter. Sadly, I'm only good with the sail."
I've done a bit of shipbuilding in my day. If you can just instruct me, then maybe we can fix it together.
Oh, that would be perfect.
Let me see over your supplies.
Yes. Yeah, we need to get back to Kansmadifun very quickly. We have been tracking a band of Tlinkali. It seems like they have captured some kind of clan or something.
When was that?
A few days ago.
We followed them. Probably dead. I think we need the ship to go south.
Let's go south? No, we need to go west. To go back to Kansmadifun and warn the Sultan's men. We'll send out a rescue party for these people.
I think we need to go south.
I don't think you understand. The Tlinkali, they usually don't take captives, but these, they had big cages with them on wheels. It is something nefarious is going on. It is my sworn duty to uphold the safety of the Sand Sea. We must go back.
But you could badly keep yourself alive.
No, precisely. And you have given me another chance to fulfill my duty to my fatherland.
But firstly, we need to rebuild the ship.
Yes.
Wait, one moment. We're heading south. We're on a timely mission ourselves. If we can't get south, we don't have time to fix your ship, so you can head off west. It just won't do.
I'm sure. Sorry, what do you mean?
I mean, the pressure of our time is important as well.
Yes, of course.
We saved you. We could either leave it as that, or you help us to the south, and we can help you fix your ship. If not, you'll be stranded here. Am I wrong? As Nongo looks around to the rest of the party, am I wrong to ask for this, or we have no time?
Are you hunting the Tlinkali? They went south as well.
Our business is ours, and ours alone. And Nongo will hold up his spellbook that has the symbol of the pillars on it. This is official pillars business, and we are only here to assist you as necessary.
Thank you very much. Magister Senior, I presume? Superior? I don't know. I'm sorry. We don't have many towers out here. But I appreciate all the help from the pillar and your allies, sir. Please, if you can help us, I will do anything in my power to assist you, of course.
Perfect. Where's the repairs? Where do you need repairs?
Wait, Bjorn. We would need these. We would use your ship to travel south if we could. If not, we don't have time to fix a ship.
He looks at
all of you. Of course, you need the ship.
It would be crowded, but yeah, you would probably fit. Yes.
Safis would like to not. Safis does not like where this conversation is going. Bjorn, if you were to fix their ship, we are going to leave them with their ship so that they can warn his people and the people of the desert of a growing danger that we ourselves are likely about to run upon.
Also, just on the old supply front, food and water for 3 more people is going to cut it a little bit fine.
Well, how are they going to head back? They have food and water here. Oh, I guess they don't. Well, so we leave them here to die, and with a broken ship, or they take us south. We share our rations with them, get more if we're capable of doing so, and then send them back off to the west. If we don't have enough rations to go back to the west, then all the way back to the south, we are on a time constraint. I do not want to converse with the pillar again about our business.
That is an oasis maybe 2 days from here.
2 days? We've traveled for 4 already, and we've barely seen where we're supposed to go.
Noggle, stop. You are not in the pillar. You are in the deserts. People's lives are on stake here. Many people's lives. Many people's lives, looking over at Ost, who we have put in the way of danger. That said, Bjorn, I think it is best if you are intent on taking their ship, repair it. If you're not intent on taking their ship, repair it anyway. Let them go and do their business. Another day will not matter. That aside, I do not think it really matters exactly how fast we get to where we're going, as we do not know how long it will take to get there to begin with.
I agree on that part. I was merely saying that we can't really take them with us.
Yes. Cephis agrees.
I do not mean to pry, as this is clearly important conventicle business, but we will of course assist in any way we can. But we saw these many people getting captured. The Tenkali, they acted like slavers, not just hunters this time. They went south. If you're going the same way, you will definitely meet them at some point.
This is what worries Cephis more than anything. Cephis almost would recommend we head west with these people because it is dangerous to run across scorpion folk, especially scorpion folk who seem to be acting out of the ordinary. They are not slavers by trade, they are hunters, and they eat us. They do not keep livestock, and they especially do not keep livestock in heavy cages.
That is my worry as well. Apsu, the boy, comes over to you, Cephis, and he says, Sir, we found this, and he gives you a small red book.
Oh.
Dropped by the Tenkali.
Alright, Cephis will take a moment to look upon it.
It is something that looks like a journal in the Kalari script.
Well, I can kind of read that, so not really wanting to take the time to read it immediately as there is a conversation going on. Cephis will thank the boy and thank you, Triad, but Cephis will read this later tonight, perhaps. But I suppose now, group, it is time to make another decision. Are we?
It is the journal of some man named Rihat. It says so. My father has told me to read.
Oh, sorry. Did you mean like the local dialect script, or did you mean like a different ancient script?
No, like the local, not an ancient one, just
okay,
a contemporary writing.
Okay, I actually didn't know what the Scorpion folk spoke, so that was my mistake.
And he just told you that this is Rihat's journal, the Kalari archaeologist that was working with us.
I had forgotten about that person's name, to be honest. Fair enough. Well, there goes some more into the evidence.
If that's Rihat's, would you mind if I took the old look after you have, Mr. Cephis?
Yes. Or yes, you may. Cephis has no intention of necessarily keeping it, but for now, partly, I believe it is time to make a decision. Do we intend to do what is right, or do we intend to do what is convenient?
As far as I'm concerned, we fix the boat regardless, but we're not taking them with us. I think we continue on foot. I think a boat draws more attention than time it saves.
So, Cephis, you're saying that we should be traveling off to the west with them to see what's going on, or are you saying to abandon?
Cephis is saying we fix the boat. Cephis is then saying we make a decision on where we go after that.
I will also
know where we need to go, and we're under a time constraint already. Days out of the way is not, well.
Then Cephis says we fix the boat, and then we continue on foot.
We could fix the boat. That's fine.
Agreed. Also, whilst he is a dreadful bore, I do feel a degree of responsibility on not letting Rihat die, / be sold into slavery, / be eaten by giant scorpion men. So, maybe a little bit of good wouldn't hurt on the way down. Down south, I mean, not to the hells. But yes.
Yes.
Well, anyone that's capable of fixing the boat, I suggest you work on it now and quickly. I will tend to this wounded man. Having 3 instead of just the 2 of them sail back would be beneficial, at least, to them.
Thank you, Magister. Thank you very much. It is an honor to meet all of you out here. And please, come aboard. What is your name? He looks at you, Bjorn.
I'm the White Bear.
What is a bear?
I was waiting for that.
I shake my head. Where do you need repairs?
Oh yeah, right this way. So go ahead and give me there'll be a carpenter check with strength at advantage. I think you have to go into your inventory and find your carpenter's tools under tools. I don't. Do you have that?
Yeah, I'm proficient in water vessels, water and land vessels, actually.
So yeah, and carpenter's tool. All right. So go ahead. It would be the same as that you just doing an athletics check. So go ahead and just roll athletics, and we'll say it's carpentry.
Okay.
Whilst he's doing that, can I sort of just go into the kind of covered area and just examine, see what's lying around in there?
Sure. Like inside of the little tent on the skiff?
Yeah. I want to see if they've got maps out and that kind of thing.
I know it's very late because I already...
you get advantage because he's helping you.
Exactly. That was my point. So that's 24.
All right. You start repairing the mast. It's a bit complicated, but you're pretty sure that if you can just reattach the top to the bottom, then the sailors can probably.
I've built ships before, so I don't know if it's.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have. Yep, you could definitely fix this. It'll take some time, a few hours, but then sure, it's doable. As you go in, you see it's a mess in here. Things have maybe been taken out of the boxes and chests, and then instead of putting that back in, just been spread out. This man who Noggle is seeing to has been bleeding on a lot of things, but you do see navigation tools, maps, logbooks. You see food, empty containers of water, all these things.
If considering it's going to take a couple of hours for the thingy to be fixed, the mast, would it be possible for me to just like take down using my cartographer's tools, quick copy, like a very rough copy of the of any of the maps that we have, just so we can kind of see whether there is anything coming up down south or anything further to the west that might be of interest or sort of things to look out for? Sure thing. All right. As you do that, I will just take you all back to the map here. So right now you are here, right? Mm-hmm. By the little red flag. Yeah. And you see the map is mostly a lot of shallows, and you see that there is one main one that is following the length of the maggot range down here, and then there's a few going westward, a few of them merging and then coming up on Cansmedifun. You see an oasis maybe 45 miles ahead, where you could get more water down south. Okay. And then you see some personal notes around the area where you are now, where like some notes on here the Tlinkali was here, and then they went there, and so like a few notes on that. So they have been tracking them for a day or two, it seems like, for them to report back to Cansmedifun. Out west there are some like a few sites, but if you're not going there, then down south, it is mostly within the mountain areas. That seems to be like a few ruins here and there, in two places you can see. Okay, and are they sort of directly along our route, or are they kind of off?
Like your route, right? Yeah, right now you're not hugging the mountains, but if you are going to hug the mountains, then yes, it will be on your route.
Okay.
So basically, as you can see on the map now, you can either choose to go on the southward shallow that goes almost all the way down to the river down here, or you can go in a bit later on, like around the oasis, and then you can hug the mountains from there. So it's basically the two. You arrive at around the same place, but the mountain route might have more things and probably a bit more terrain that will slow you down a bit if you go down that way, but also be less out in the open.
Okay, cool.
Um,
I'll relay that to
as you talk about and as you talk with the captain, the skipper, Assure about during this time, he tells you as well that the Tlinkali has been going south towards the mountains as well.
Towards the mountains.
Yes, towards the mountains. So you are going to so it seems like you're going in the same direction as them.
Okay.
Yes. Let me see. So you're doing that, or you are helping with the carpentry, Bjorn. Theus, as you're standing, I don't know. Are you just sitting, looking around, or what are you doing as they start doing this?
I currently, after seeing Bjorn pick up the ship and dragging it out, seeing that the people attend to. How many people are actually on this ship?
3. There's the skipper,
3?
the first mate who is now sleeping, it would seem, and then the small boy who approaches you.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey. Do you want to see a trick?
What kind of trick?
No, I actually did this for one girl, which was cursed.
Cursed
let's
girl?
see. Yep. Let's see. Come, look at my hand.
Okay.
And now, and bam! And I do a sleight of hand where I put I just empty fist, but with a slide of my hand, I will put 2 googly eyes on my fist.
Do you want to roll that, or are we just going to say that happens? I'd say no
Do
need
you
to
want me
roll.
to roll?
No, I don't want you to roll this. Sure,
Okay,
go
good.
ahead. So,
I'm
bang.
gonna do the same that I did in the session 0. I just there's the Cartman's hand where I used the thumb as the mouth.
Like he moves. He jolts as you say the bump, and the eyes appears. Like, wow, how did you do that? Where did you just keep eyes on you?
I have my eyes everywhere.
Who did you take those
and
from?
you, little boy, do you also have your eyes and your ears everywhere?
I'm not little. I'm 14, and my name is Apsu.
Okay, Apsu. Have you heard any rumors? You seem to be traveling through the desert. Have you heard anything? Some big things happening in the desert here? People have you seen merchants or people being killed? People being in the outside of Scorpion people and purpose?
Well, we look out for those things, for Dad and I, and usually a lot of traders come here to go to Column Keep, and so we have to keep them safe and let them know if there's any raiders or slavers here.
Anything big currently happening? Just some rumors, just some stuff happening. I guess there's a lot of sand here, and even more sand. And look at over there, there's even more sand. But there has to be some excitement here, right? Something big happening, or some people going through that have some interesting rumors.
We've been I think maybe a week ago we met some traders. They said that that soon Kima Corral was coming back to Kans Medifern. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, what is that?
Kima Corral is the walking city of the Sultan.
Oh yeah, that thing.
He comes
walking around.
He comes sometimes to Kans Medifern, and they will have a big parade and fireworks. I've never seen the fireworks. Oh, I did, but I don't remember. I was so little. And then
there's something that's happened regularly, right? Anything irregular.
Yeah, well, the Tlinkali we were looking at, they were keeping prisoners. That was pretty weird. Papa says that they usually just kill and eat people, but now they don't know why. He's afraid that they are working with the slavers.
All right. Have you
Um,
seen? I whispered. Have you heard about something like some activities of people like people with mask?
people with a mask?
Yeah, like people like with masks going around, like they're preaching about things. You haven't heard? Okay, then forget it. Okay, good.
I saw a man with a mask in Kent's Medifun once, but father said it was only a doctor.
Okay, good. Then forget what I said. Okay, then my people
Are you rich?
will do. Nope, I am piss poor.
You have so colorful clothes. I was just.
Yeah, that's because I'm an entertainer, and that is because I'm a manager of someone who is pretty famous, and whose name I'm currently spreading, and who is very capable.
Who's that?
But not in these parts. But he will be if you. Let me tell you something. We will save you here, and then as soon as you get back, and every time you meet someone new, you will tell them that Bjorn did this, and Bjorn is a legend, and he will bring justice to all, and will judge the evildoers. Spread the legends of Bjorn.
Is Bjorn the man who pulled the ship?
Yeah, the white bear. Remember the name.
I don't think I will ever forget him, sir. What is your name?
Okay, and then spread that name, and tell everyone that when they see him, they will give like a little bit of donations to him, because traveling is hard and expensive, and he needs them. So please spread the message around.
Should I tell them about you as well?
No, I'm just some guy. I'm just his manager.
You're
Don't
a
worry
guy
about
with a
it.
lot of eyes. Like, where do you have them from? My father says you shouldn't take eyes.
These are not real eyes. Like,
Oh,
you
I
know
see.
what? I will take off these like little like glued on. Like, there's a little bit of glue on the backside, which I always have with me for my painter and for my disguise kit. And I will put both of like I will say, okay, give me your hand. Make it fist.
Okay, he like
Okay, good.
takes
Then
it
I
out.
put these these two like glass bubbles onto his fist, and I say, okay, now you have the eyes too.
Eyes.
And you are now my eyes and the mouth that will spread the good name of Bjorn. And with these here, you will have twice as much luck as before. Believe in it.
Are you for real?
Yes. Believe in
Give me
yourself.
For those of you who can't see it, Tanner is currently holding up his hand with eyes on it. Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll, Theus.
Okay, I can only minimum 10.
It is 29. Okay. And he
Believe
just
in
nods at
yourself.
you. And he makes his hand say, Bjorn saved us from the depths of this sad sea, and we are now safe. If it wasn't for Bjorn, we would all be dead. Praise Bjorn; he will bring justice to all of us.
Okay. Don't forget, nothing is impossible. Just do it.
Okay, are
If
you
you
good
believe
at
in
drawing?
yourself. What?
Do you have? Can you draw things?
Yes, I can draw things.
He takes out like a small, like a small canvas, and he says, "Papa says I shouldn't draw because it's a waste of time. But if I go over to Bjorn, will you draw me and him together?"
Yes, I will, boy. And this will be your most prized family possession. And as long as you have that in hand, you can do anything. As long as you believe in yourself. Nothing can stop you. But still be careful.
Okay.
Like, if you die, you actually are stopped. So please don't die, okay?
I will try not
You
to.
can do anything, but just don't die, because then you can't do anything.
Good.
I'm currently very
It's solid.
inspirational.
It's solid knowledge there.
He goes over and
I'm currently very inspirational.
he goes over and he tugs on Bjorn and he says, "Excuse me, sir, Bjorn, will you mind if he draws the two of us together?"
No, he does it all the time.
Okay, I will draw them. What do I have to roll? I have Peter supplies?
Yeah, go ahead and do that. with I would say that would be a dexterity. Dexterity.
Can I make it
I'm not
beautiful?
sure.
Can I make it charisma based? Because I'm
Yeah,
drawing it very beautifully.
Do that.
Okay, good. I have to click on my penis supply doesn't do my charisma. Like, where do I have to click my?
So just do do you have something charisma based that you're just normally proficient
Yeah,
in?
then that's just a +4 to it. Just add +4 to it for my.
Oh Jesus!
So it's 25. Your guys rolls.
Okay,
Holy
I will. So
Yeah,
what
and there was a
what I
natural
draw is-
20 on the other side of the die, so that was pretty
Yeah.
great.
Sorry.
So what I will draw is the following. So I will draw the little boy sitting on the shoulders of Bjorn. I will give Bjorn twice as much muscle mass, and
Wow, that's a lot. That's too much muscle.
Yeah.
I will draw him like a mountain. And then I will draw the kid in a heroic pose. I will give it a little bit of glimmer, a little bit of heroism. I will make him believe in himself. I will draw him like Hercules sitting on a Zeus statue. If you ever saw Disney's Hercules.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah,
And
he's very
someday,
excited. Yeah.
this will be you. And I will give him the canvas.
Wow, thank you.
Don't do drugs. All right.
Do what?
Eat your vegetables. Eat your vegetables, don't do drugs, and study a lot. And eat and do sports, and you will be as smart as me and as strong as Bjorn. All right? All right.
Storms over Cerenar, session 3.
as he runs over with
do
going to
drugs.
his dad, and the father ruffles his hair and smiles at you and thanks you, Bjorn. Nongle, you were seeing to the wounded man. Ishkur, the first mate.
Yeah, no, we'll go and see the man. All in all, he's very not impressed that we're not just moving on.
All right. Do you want to do any magics, or are you just looking at his wound?
Can I just do a medicine check and see if closing the wounds would help?
Go ahead and
right.
give me a medicine check.
Yeah. So that is a 16.
The wound is beautifully dressed. If Sophis did this, he's very good at it, definitely. The wound is still infected. It will close itself if he doesn't die from this. If you could cure the wound with a lesser restoration.
Yeah, I don't have that.
In that case, you can you healing him up will definitely help, but it won't. It won't guarantee anything.
So Naga will look, and that'll definitely go through his head, right? Like, I could use these magics that I have come across to heal this man, but I can't have people knowing that I know these magics. And that becomes first and foremost in his mind. If his wounds have already been wrapped up just as well, I will stay by his side and see if he starts to get worse, then I'll debate on what I'm going to do.
Sure. Right now, he's just sleeping.
Good.
Very dehydrated. So if you can get some water in him, that will definitely help.
Cool. So while he's sleeping, if he's sleeping, I would like to use my read thoughts on him.
Okay. This man is having a fever dream. And you almost the surface emotions of him is joy as you see his thoughts. It's just him like Steamboat Willie piloting a sand skiff across the sea. He has captain's epaulets on, and then just a rock comes just flying out of nowhere. And he's dodging like a lot of Berbers, just the rocks falling everywhere, and he's dodging everywhere, and he's trying to get away. And then a woman that looks like his mother just appears next to him and starts telling him that he's no good and he should have studied better and not become a a weird sand skipper when he could have been a desert toll official. And then he has to run away from his mother, but then he's wearing her dress. And then he gets hit by one of the rocks, and he wakes up, and he looks at you. Who are you?
One sec here. Just typing you out a PM.
Beautiful. What is happening?
Oh, you were having a dream. You were woken, and my friend took care of you, but I just came to make sure the bandages were all well done. And then I'll put my hand on his head, and I'll mumble a few words.
Oh, thank you. We're saved. The captain comes down and talks to him. I think I feel much better already. What happened? And they tell him what happens, and he's okay. Should definitely help them. It seems like they have something important to do. Can I? He tries to get up, but
no. Your wounds are still not healed. Just sit, relax. Tell your captain what you were saying.
I just hate sitting here while those people were taken by the Tlinkali. Oh, that's the only reason we kept going so far. Damn it. And I should sleep some more. And he dozes off again. Clearly not feeling very well.
Captain, I'll stay by his side. I'm capable in the arts of healing or whatnot.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Good.
After a few hours of working, you have the mast repaired, and you put the sail back, and the captain look at all of you. So, what do you wish that we do?
Well, we need to go south, so I think we're just gonna need you guys to help us pilot this boat, and maybe we could share a bit of supplies now we get even faster to our destination. And
Sure.
we could maybe look out for these, what was it, snake? Frog? People?
Tlinkali.
Scorpions.
Scorpions, yeah.
Like 6 legs, big stingers on their tails.
Some kind of insect, right?
Insects, but yes, larger and more intelligent, I assume. As smart as an insect could be.
Do we have to take the boat? I thought we were just
course.
sending them on their merry way. Carrying
Our
on
merry
foot.
way.
Well, I say we let the crew decide and see if they wish to take us south or if we just go west. It's really their decision. We've helped them fix the boat.
I'd be inclined to agree had we not had a limited supply of water. That being said, and you said the oasis is en route, essentially down south. Is that correct?
Yes.
Or is it off to the west?
We would have to go there regardless to get more water.
How much land can this old girl cover in a day?
Well, depends on the wind. But maybe 30 miles and with good wind, no problem.
Well,
more if we push.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, don't see any harm in at least them taking us as far as the oasis.
Safis would agree.
Huh. Lovely.
This is perfect. Now we have,
Yes.
a vessel, not a mount. And I love the sails.
Yes, this will do actually quite well. I'm surprised to see this function so well on sand, but yes, I agree with you, Bjorn.
Not too soon.
I think we need to celebrate. Maybe, Aust, you have something...
I'm afraid I am
celebrate with?
all out. That's you've cleared me out. He hasn't, but you've cleared me just fully out. It's I'm afraid I'm completely dry.
Bjorn, if you'd like, I can make you quite intoxicated very quickly.
Whoa, wow, what? How?
If
I will.
we're on a safe
I will-
route, then I could definitely do this. If that's all you wish, is just to feel a little bit, enthralled or whatnot.
Yeah, sure.
Good. Well, then once we're on our merry way, I'll intoxicate you.
I will set the
Perfect.
course on the skiff, and you see that he and his son they start they pull down the sail and they set the course, and the skiff slowly turns and then starts gathering some speed. As you see it gliding above the sand, you see some symbols carved underneath the pontons on the side of the skiff. Looks like that it is enchanted in some way. It is not just wood and fabric pulling this around the desert. But as the course is set, you see the captain is standing by there's like a big stick that he's controlling the skiff with. He says, "All right, we can continue a bit, but I suggest that we find somewhere and rest for the night."
Okay, so before we get there, I will cast. I'm casting suggestion on Bjorn, and I'm going to suggest that he acts drunk until something bad happens.
Well, the rules, Bjorn, is that you decide yourself, so you can decide if you succeed or if you fail. Yeah.
He's casting a spell to make you drunk.
Yeah, exactly. That's. Oh my god, this is because Björn really wants to be drunk, like really wants to. But then again, does it wants to be fake drunk?
Well, but you just think you're being drunk, right? I mean, unless you don't trust me.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll guess he's drunk.
All right. And so, seeing that's a concentration spell, I'll drop that if we get into trouble. But Bjorn is drunk right now, as drunk as Bjorn would like to be. As soon as it's like too much, Nonga will drop it. And
that's what I always said, kid. I'm gonna pull the small boy like close, and whenever someone the kid on the boat.
Absolutely.
Whenever someone offers you drugs, just take them. This is great.
What is drugs? Don't listen to him. He is drunk. What?
Nonga will approach Theus and say, like, if this is getting too much, I can drop this at any time. This is just he's thinking he's drunk. He's not actually.
Can you maybe ask him not to tell my kids to do drugs? No,
Full speed ahead.
I'm speaking with Theus.
Oh, Theus. Yeah.
As the captain approaches, no, I'm not concerned with you.
All right. So, are we all ready to head out on our new little boat journey?
Yes. Are you? Do you want me to go through the night, or I'm not sure I can stay awake. To be honest, right now.
Yes. I can pilot the boat.
Just,
Ooh.
if you get some guidance to our friend Bjorn during the day, I'm sure he can handle it during the night. And while I'm not exactly what you would describe as proficient with these types of vehicles, I am not unfamiliar with them and can at least assist.
Are we aware that Nongol has cast this on Bjorn?
I'll tell Theus exactly what's going on, because Theus seems very close to him, but I won't tell anyone else.
Alright.
I feel like
I would say that if you guys want to make like an insight check, that would be against my actual spell DC. You guys could do that.
Yeah. Did you roll use subtle spell or?
No, definitely not.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. So when everybody else has been rolling well, not so much for me. That was a 2, but I have a -1 for. Yeah, all right.
20 for me.
Yeah, 20 will get it.
Once again, Hajar sees things. He doesn't acknowledge them. This is what he does.
Perfect.
He
I just
probably
signed up.
snickers a little.
I just sidled up to Nongal. I'm like, good grief, the man's getting half his own supply.
Well, no, I figured he was drinking all that. This way we can make him sober as quickly as possible. He was consuming quite a bit of liquor quite quickly, so this is, well, a logical way to, well, fix the problem if needs be. I can snap my fingers and he'll be sober as anything right away.
Magic.
Well, yes, of course, magic. I'm a wizard.
All right, I need to ask you some things here. So, in this ship, you might have a way to get catch up on the Tlinkali in front of you, if you want to. They are going the same direction as you. You might stumble upon them, or it depends on the speed you're setting. So I guess that at some point you will, after the captain has shown you guys how to steer the skiff, you would probably figure out what you want to do. If you want to go through the night, if you want to make haste, or if you want to hang back, or what you want to do.
How tall is the mast on this? Okay,
Couple of meters, like a two
okay.
meters. Look at the drawing on the.
Okay, so it's
probably
literally
see, yeah.
Cool. Okay. So it might be worth just carrying on until we get some idea of how far away these Trinkali are, and then perhaps proceed more
cautiously.
subtly.
I could make the sails bigger if we need more wind.
No. I think we might draw a little bit too much of attention to ourselves.
Could you make more wind?
Could I make what?
More wind?
More wind. Unfortunately, no, I don't think so.
But you made me bigger. Maybe you can make the wind bigger.
Well, I can make the sail bigger so it picks up more wind, but...
Cephis thinks adjusting the sail capacity of a ship with a damaged mast is dangerous at best.
Also, doesn't it increase the weight of the sail by 8 times? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Which might not be the best idea in the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have a ship. Let us use it.
I'm not increasing the mass, I'm increasing the sails.
Right, but the sail would theoretically, especially since the mast is damaged, break the mast.
Oh yeah. Definitely. It's a very chaotic thing to do, but if needs be.
Fair.
Any help that Nongo could give to possibly make things move quicker.
I say we continue, and depending on what we hit first, the Oasis or the Trenkali, as you say, we make a decision based on that. But I do think that we should try and remain unseen to the are the insects? I never know.
They are.
No, actually, they're actually insexual in manner. Actually, they're not. Arachnids have eight legs or whatnot. They actually spin webs from their abdomenums. Where insects themselves have 6 legs, and Nongo will bore you with an entire history of the difference between insects, arachnids, and seagulls for some reason.
Oust so bored throws himself on the boat. No, I was like,
yes,
well, that is fascinating. Oust. Oust? No, that's me. I'm so bored I forgot my own name. Keep talking about that. I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna have a nap. Okay.
All right. So Bjorn, are you piloting the ship through the night?
Well, I just want to ask, how long does the suggest?
8 hours.
Oh, I'm gonna start singing at some point, like old Nordish sailor songs and drinking songs and.
Nongo will not leave your side just in case. Yeah.
Oh, okay, dig it.
I'll have Nibble sit up on your shoulder.
Is there a spyglass on this this boat or anything like that?
Yes, right here.
It's called Cephis.
Yeah, Sophis
There
is the
right.
spyglass, definitely.
Is there a non-furry spyglass on the boat?
Whoa.
In the real
Not furry,
response,
as in he has fur. I'm not suggesting he's a furry. But
Oh. I can cast Fireball on Sophis if you want. I'm kidding. I'm totally
Sophis would
kidding.
dodge it.
Yeah, he would definitely
He
dodge
has
it.
7 levels of rogue, therefore he can't get killed by fireball.
All right.
it's a
As
very small boat as well.
so, I need to know: are you going through the night or not?
Yeah, I
We
think
are.
we will. Yeah,
We're
will.
going to carry on until we either reach the oasis or we see signs of the Trincali. So we're not looking to like just speed through the night until we bump into them. We're kind of waiting to the point where we pick up their trail essentially, which will be difficult granted because it's a desert. But any kind of thing in the distance because of our human Hubble telescope, we might be able to see. Or
So-
Tabaxi human telescope.
So who is keeping watch? That would be Sophis then.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Noggle will be keeping watch as well, making sure he's close to Bjorn, because at any time Bjorn might do something really stupid because he's acting drunk. Yeah.
So Oust and Theus, you guys will take a nap, or
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
chill out.
all right. Sophis, if you give me 2 perception checks, please,
All right.
with
So
advantage because of your. Oh no, the first is in the night, so that will be without advantage, but that doesn't matter because you get an 18, I see.
Yep.
And the second one with advantage after the sun has gotten up.
Only an 11.
With advantage, 15.
Well, actually, I have. Do I have a reliable talent at this level, or is that when do you get reliable talent? Let me double check.
Level 11.
10 row. 10
No, 11
Yeah,
rogue
10.
actually. I think.
Yeah.
Isn't it 11? I think it's 11.
Either way,
It's
I don't
around
have
there,
either of
yeah,
those levels, so I do not have reliable talent, so I do not just get a flat 20 on all my skill checks. All right. So an 18 during the night and 11 as the sun begins to rise.
No, but because you have advantage because of your
Sorry.
magical
Sorry.
glasses, so it'll be an 18 and a 15, right?
Yeah. Yes. In that order. Yeah.
As
I'll
Yeah.
passively do 21 and 21.
on the morning, you get quite close to where the oasis should be, but you see something in the sand, Sophis. And Nongo, you see it too. It looks like a big piece of metal of some sort.
Sophis will bring this to the attention of anybody who is awake. And when you say big piece of metal, are we talking like, I don't know, like a big sword, or are we talking like a vehicle, or
You can,
something big?
as you can see details far away in with your glasses. It seems like a part of a cage, maybe like a side of a cage of some kind, or maybe just a plate from like a metal cage.
All right. Sophis will definitely bring this to the attention of everybody around and ask whoever is tending to the sail right now to rein it in for a moment.
That will at this point would be the captain, as I think Bjorn has been sent to bed.
Because Sophis speaking, Sophis thinks he can see a cage ahead, which tells us that the Trincari are ahead as well. I believe it is time to slow down and, as Oz put it, approach more cautiously.
As he takes out, do you want to go closer to the cage, or
Pardon?
do you want to go to that
I
piece
say
of
we
rubble?
stop here and approach on. We're still in the deep bit, aren't we? So technically, we couldn't traverse this on foot. This area, is that correct?
Well, the captain points in at the cage over there. That's a shallow. I could put us off there.
yes.
Yeah.
One moment, I'll go wake up the crew or our friends. Sophis, keep your eyes out.
Yes.
And Noggle will go down and wake everyone up.
Theus, no, not so Theus and Oust and Bjorn, you're woken up. Bjorn,
And
you've had
before Bjorn wakes up, I'll cancel the suggestion spell.
Bjorn, you have give me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage. And Nongle and Sophis, you get a point of exhaustion for not sleeping.
Okay.
All right.
Bjorn, you also have a point of exhaustion as you roll a natural 1 on your Constitution save.
It's a suggested hangover.
Uncle, the thing yesterday, I don't want that anymore. It's
You were having
not
fun. You were singing. You were.
No, it's not the real deal. I can feel it now.
It's very fine. I'll find a way to create you real liquor then. How's that sound?
Yeah. We need real liquor and we need it fast. So just keep a lookout.
Very well. Theus, do I have to worry about this?
Bjorn is not alcoholic, he is merely cultural.
Very well.
Oh, he's just Scandinavian. So
Yes, exactly. It's a cultural thing.
it's a cultural. As you, the captain gets close to the shallow and he says, "All right, you should be able to drop off now. Do you want us to follow you, or do you think they're very close? The oasis," and he points south, is just a couple of miles from here.
Stay here and keep the sails running.
Okay, I will run with the sails, sir.
You must remember your figures of speech do not hold the same weight in this area. You are far from your homeland.
Alf kind of like just turns away and just rubs his head like he's got a headache. And he's like, "Yeah, right."
It is
anyway.
It is maybe 7 a.m. in the morning.
Okay. Also, how much in terms of food and water are we marking off for the last night? Considering
2 days of water, 2 days of food. Let's just say.
Okay, so I think we're down to 7.5 days of water now. And you say 2 days of food?
Yes.
And 8 days of food, I think. I think that's correct.
Yeah, that's right.
Going on. This is day 4.
And the last time I
would
cast
be the morning of day 5, right?
Yeah, last time I cast Ada was
so
6.
So hold on. This is the beginning of day 5. So we have consumed 4 instances plus a little extra from yesterday of food and water.
Because we had to beat the crew, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this last time I cast Ada was at 16-hour duration? Would the party still have that?
No, because you. Yeah, I think it would be around 16 hours ago now.
All right, so we don't have our temp or our max hit points.
Yeah, your max hit points. Your temp hit points technically, I think, is still. Theus, is there duration on those or?
Theus?
I think it's just every time, like until the next shot. Let me check.
Yeah, I think if it's the inspiring leader feat, I think it's till your next long rest.
Yeah, or you lose them. Right.
I would like to point out 2 of us haven't actually had a long rest yet.
So you have your temp hit points left.
All right, wonderful. That was a very technical reading of that rule, so I wanted to see if that would fly.
You can never lose temporary hit points if you never sleep.
Exactly.
All right.
It
So,
actually doesn't say any duration. There's no duration. It is until you lose them.
I will say until you lose them, or until you take a long rest.
Right.
But as you could just do it again now, the inspiring leader.
Yeah, I can just spend 10 minutes every day, like if I want to.
Yeah, precisely.
Just a morning wake up call of Rise and Shine, everybody.
yeah, I have a source. Actually,
Rise and shine, Mr. Noggle. Rise.
I will. Yeah, I will use my second 5th level spell slot to cast Aid again on everyone that needs it. So that will be same as last time. So that'll be Ost, Bjorn, and myself.
But you can take a short rest after that if you want to, Nungle, just to get some spell slots back from your arcane recovery.
No, I have 2 5th level spell slots. All I used it for the last day was for Aid, and I'm going to do it again. So.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have an extra, technically, 35 hit points then. Look at this.
Yeah, well, if you
20 for yours, 15 for the temp. Like in terms of, yeah.
Yeah, say plus 20 maximum hit points and then 15 temporary. Yeah.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, let me check here. All right. As you go out of the boat, Safish, you have a look out on the piece of metal. It is definitely maybe a plate that was on the cage at some point. You can see where the bars should have been attached to it. It seems like it has been ripped off, or someone has like kicked it out. You see there's some blood on it, but not a lot. And then it seems like there's some kind of symbol, but you can't really see it because of the sand.
Alright. Safis thinks it is possible somebody made an escape, either in an attempt or a success. Keep an eye out in the surrounding area. Doubly so for those who might be searching for this escapee.
Perhaps you'd like to try and get a bird's eye view, see if there's still anybody in the vicinity?
No, Safis thinks if we are close to them, close enough that they are at this oasis a mile or so away, Safis does not want to give away our position by flying through the air.
You can see on the piece of metal there's some symbols, but you can't really see it because of the sand. You would have to brush it off.
Right. The question is there anything around it? We have to make sure the slavers aren't going to ambush us like they did the other caravan.
Oh, give me a perception check again.
But I have disadvantage on this because I have wonderful exhaustion, but I have advantage on it because I have a magic item that's really good.
So straight up roll.
Yes. So 14.
Take a look around. You can see the indentations of some wagons going through here to the south. It's not completely been dug over yet, so they probably went through here less than 12 hours ago. There's no one hiding, you would say.
Right. Well, if there's nobody around, Safis will walk up to this little plaque here and kind of pull it out and dust it off and read it.
Just dust it off. You just see it's like a stamp. Of an inverted C, then three X's and another C. I don't know if you can see what I just shared with you.
Yes. Safis will bring this back to the rest of the group after a moment. This is a mark for a slavers guild, a particular one based out of the Hajari Emirate. It worries Safis that these people are working with Scorpion folk. It worries Safis greatly.
Can I take a look at the symbol and see if I can identify it at all? Or
Yeah, I mean, he'll hand it over, yeah.
So what do you want to do with this?
I want to try to identify it, like see if I know anything about the symbol, like besides what Safis has just told me.
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Okay. So I have a feature as a rock gnome. Or, sorry, a nomad in this campaign. Nomad with a G.
Of course.
But I already have... Actually, hang on. I'll just make a history check, and then you let me know if that's going to double my provisions here or not. So 16 is my check.
You look at that. It could be. It could be some kind of like Chthonian numerals almost, but the first C has been inverted. You have not seen this particular symbol before, or logo, or whatever you can call it.
Not gonna look up. Yes, definitely save us. Definitely, yes, definitely save us.
Without wanting to beat a dead horse on this, may I have a look as well, considering
Sure.
this is the Conphonium connection? Okay. Come on, roll good for once. House. Goodness.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
2 and an 8. Even with a +10 on history.
It
So no. in that case.
almost it almost looks like a legion, like a legion's plaque. A legion will have a number usually. So this could look like the 130th, but it's not something you recognize.
Okay. Does kind of look like a scorpion a bit as well. We'll say that, but
let's say Theus, I will let you make a roll as well if you want to. A history roll. It rings a bell, but you don't remember from where.
well, okay. Vigilance then. And sorry, did you say that Sophis actually knew specifically what it was, or who it was? Is that correct, or?
Sophis recognizes this as a mark from a slavers guild that based out of the Hajari Emirate.
Okay, that's cool.
They are kind of like seeing that everyone's kind of taken a moment to be interested in this symbol. He'll elaborate a little bit. They are headed by an old elven Generi. She is kind of like looking at odds again, knowing he is a legionary, or not a legionary, but a member of the Empire. She is a remnant of a empire now fractured, and she thinks herself something of a noble, though she is far from it.
Sounds dreadful. Fair enough. Well, I mean, I have no wish to be acquainted with anybody from the Imperium at this time, so...
She is, to be clear, not Imperium. She is a remnant of the Imperium before the war. The Civil War, that is.
Close enough for me, I think. But fair enough. We will, yes, I think. Well, however cautious we were being before, I reckon we double it at least.
Savis agrees.
As you gather yourselves, do you move closer to the oasis?
I think Safis would like to approach with caution. Those of you who would like to join Safis, he will be moving this way around the dune. And he, waits for a moment to see if anybody intends to join him.
I'll come with him, yeah.
I don't have to go with you. I can just leave you alone.
Good. I'm just saying if you want to move quietly this way. And he will attempt to roll a stealth check with, whoever is coming with him.
All right, everybody that's coming with him, give me a stealth check.
Christ, here we go.
Oh shit! All right.
I don't know what is going on with me today. But this is atrocious.
So we have
before Safis says that, Björn says, I don't go in quiet.
Safis assumes so. Safis would recommend taking this route here, and he kind of like just points through like a little space through some of the sand. You can go through that area quickly, and if you happen to draw their attention, and then Safis sends emotions to the rest of the group, we'd have just the more advantage against them.
Okay, I will do that.
With a faint little smirk, he kind of moves and starts skittering through the sand, his fur kind of almost blending in with the sand around him.
You get 5 from Orst, a 29 from Theus, 19 from Safis with disadvantage, and a 7 from Noggle with disadvantage because of the exhaustion.
Yes.
Have I rolled over a 15 today? I was the only one there without disadvantage. And,
well, you are the cursed man,
Theus,
and the others are blessed, right?
Literally, right now.
As you continue on, you get up closer to the oasis, and as you cross the dune, you see a few of these large scorpion men. 3 of them just pushing some ragged-looking people in chains into a cart. as it seems like they're putting out a fire and are kind of cleaning up camp to move in the morning. And then you hear Nongle. Nongle, you by accident slam your hand into
Just like that.
Just like that.
into a cactus, and you let out a loud yelp. Come out, make a yelp. As the nearest Tlinkali here. I don't know. Can you see anything here?
It's loading.
You do not own any vision token with vision.
That's I will.
You have to disable token vision. Otherwise you can't
I'm
see.
doing it right away. There we go.
Okay.
Oh.
As you see 3 Tlinkali looking towards you.
Oh.
And
no.
the side of the first side of one of the other maps I made myself, and that is where we will end today, as you have caught on to the Tlinkali and their captured slaves, Rehad and his diggers.
Nice.
Could we see where we are on the map real quick?
Yes.
Or at least like.
That I can show you. Let's see here.
Oh, sorry.
You
I meant the combat map.
oh, you meant the combat map? Yeah. I haven't put you in yet, but I would say that we will decide what angle you went in next time. If you went in high here or what you did.
All right.
But you can decide. So I think that is all we had for today. Thank you very much for following us, those of you who watched, and thank you all of you players for a very talky episode today, going through the endless sands of the Kelar Sand Sea. Thank you for all our suppliers of Founder VTT and the music of Michael Gelfi and everything else. All of the credits of art and music and anything else is in the about section of our Twitch profile. You will go have a look at that. And we will be back, I think, already next week, actually, next Thursday at 5 p.m. CET for the next interesting session where we will see what happens with the Tlinkali. Why are they working with this weird Slavers Guild? And what are you all getting yourself into? And with that said, thank you, everybody, for watching, and good night.
Oh, don't forget, thank you, Nick, because we did run into technical problems.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck, I almost forgot.
So yeah, thank you, Nick, very much, because we almost lost our entire session tonight. So thank you so much, Nick, for helping us out with that. Roar, do you have his stats there so we can post them real quick?
That is gaming on twitch.tv. I will put it out in the chat right away so everybody can go have a look at him. He is a really good bro, and he worked until late into the night today to both save his own work but also save ours. So thank you very much, Nick. We love you very many. And yeah. And
another thing too, Roar and I put together some podcasts or whatnot that we're going to be showing on our YouTube channel. We're going to, I guess you could say, unofficial title, but we're going to seize some dice, and we are going to release a few videos. Obviously, the video for this one will be available, for this episode will be available on YouTube next week, and then we'll release it in 2 parts. But again, we have a session the week, following week, full session on Twitch, and we'll be releasing those soon after as well. So, be prepared for a lot of information on our YouTube channel over the next couple of weeks.
Yes. Thank you all for watching. And I don't think everything else. So bye, everybody.
Thank you, Roar.
All right, goodbye, everyone.
Thank you. GG's.